don't know if they're singing or what. And I said, excuse me, are you talking about me?
Michael reached into his glove box, pulled out a firearm, and fired into Jordan from his own car.
Bro, what? That is so bogus, bro. You just hear them vibing out and you put your window down like, are you talking about me? Bro, we got that new Chief Keef on. Ain't nobody worried about you, your receded hairline, gang. What it do, man? It is your boy Abdul up next, and I am back with another video today, man. Yes, Sirski. Hope everybody's doing well on this lovely Saturday. Today, man, we got some unjustness going on, bro. Why was a team ended for listening to rap music? Sheesh, bro. That's harsh, man. You mean to tell me if I was walking around listening to some reggae, this would have been a different story? Rap music? What's so bad about rap music? This feel like the Trayvon Martin situation all over again. That man heard some King Von and he immediately reached for his bag. You mean to tell me if I'm walking and listening to some King Von, you automatically look at me like I'm a YN? Most of his fans are white. If you go to a rap concert, besides NBA Youngboy, you'll realize most of the fans of the so YN music be the opposite of a YN. Bro, I personally like sitting in the comfort of my suburban household singing the most gangsters lyrics that I know I wouldn't do. So the fact that somebody lost their life for listening to rap music is crazy, man. Now when I step out the house, I gotta listen to some jazz and blues. I gotta put on my suit and tie. Like this video before we even get started, and make sure you subscribe to More Abdul Up Next. That's my backup channel. Y'all get some more content there. Streams are coming back this month, y'all. Let's go.
This is the reaction of Michael Dunn after he was asked what he did to 17-year-old Jordan Davis.
Oh my God! Bro, this a stand-up young man. This a stand-up young man. How many of y'all was listening to New York Drill? There was a lot of y'all doing them dances that y'all know good and well y'all shouldn't have did. He wasn't actually a tough guy. He was just vibing out, you know? He probably just had some New York Drill on the playlist. Probably shouldn't have had it, but still.
I'm looking out the window and I said, you're not gonna kill me, you son of a bitch. And I don't know if they're singing or what, but it's like, they're saying So I put my window down again and I said, excuse me, are you talking about me?
Michael Dunn never
Oh, nah, boy, no way. But he was, bro, what? Nah, this gotta be the most racist thing I ever heard. He heard them rapping about killing you like, boy, what you say, run my house, boy? We ain't gonna let you thugs walk my streets. He probably had KKK ties and everything. Boy, let me show you what my ancestors used to do. He just vibing out, walking down the street, listening to that drill. Bro had that burning feeling of racism floating through his body. These kids listening to rap music, I'ma show them what they rappers actually do.
Showed any remorse for taking the life of an innocent boy. He had no firearm, no record of violence, and no desire to have an argument with a stranger. But Michael had made up his mind that day. He wanted to take a life. And his only reason was the loud rap music that the boys were listening to.
Like
this
what?
is the full story of Jordan Davis, the teen who was killed for listening to rap music.
That is crazy so far.
It was the Friday after Thanksgiving 2012 in Jacksonville, Florida. 45-year-old Michael Dunn and his fiancée, Rhonda Rower, were returning to their hotel from his son's wedding. On the way back,
he was
they made a
listening
short
to Chief
pit
Keef,
stop
this
at the Gate
2012.
gas station to get a bottle of wine and a bag of chips.
Ms. Rower, do you know someone by the name of Michael Dunn?
Yes, I do.
How long have you known Mr. Dunn for?
About 4 years.
Ms. Rower, what is your relationship to Mr. Dunn?
He's my fiance.
These two had at least 3 rum and cokes to drink each. They parked their car next to a red Dodge Durango, and Rhonda rushed into the store while Michael stayed behind. The driver of the Dodge, 18-year-old Tommy Storms, was also inside the store, buying a pack of cigarettes. 3 other teenage boys were waiting in the car for him: Jordan Davis, Leland Brunson, and Tevin Thompson.
Bro, so he was chilling with the bros at the gas station. Casual black activity, man. Everybody knows, bro. Every time you go to the gas station, it's always a group of ignorant teens who got no business being there with some loud music. Every time. Every time. You felt threatened by them? Which is reasonable. I'm not gonna lie. I remember before I moved, I used to go to the gas station and I'll drive by and people is rolling dice in the front. You already know how that's going to end.
But they weren't waiting in silence. They were having a great time. They were listening to rap music and singing along.
Didn't say anything about the music when he parked the car next to the red car.
Yes.
And what did the defendant say?
Oh, I hate that thug music.
Rhonda told Michael she knew.
I hate that thug music. He just building up that feeling, that racism. I just hate them black boys. What are they doing? Oh, they make me sick, man. That's why they don't got no dad. That thug music. What you mean that thug music? We just trying to... Them boys look like gamers. Everybody don't... Just because you listen to a hood rapper don't mean it's thug music. Them boys was gamers. Them boys look like they was good at Super Smash Bros. You just got that burning feeling like, I gotta make my ancestors proud. Matter of fact, let me show them boys. Why do I gotta share the water fountain with them? Let me show them. Let me show them just how I used to be. Let me set them straight.
She'd heard him rant about how much he disliked rap before, but she never imagined her fiancé so hateful.
I'm gonna kiss. I took $20 and I went into the store.
Rhonda was inside the store getting ready to pay when she heard 3 loud bangs, maybe more. She almost dropped her wine bottle.
As you were walking to the register, did you hear anything unusual?
Yes.
What did you hear?
I heard pop, pop, pop.
She rushed outside, only to see Michael leaning out of his window. He told her loudly, "Get in the car," over and over again until she did.
I opened the door and he said, "Get in the car." And I don't know if I said what or if I said anything or if I just hesitated, and he said, "Get in the car." But he was, he just...
Hey, what you thought this was? Thought it was 1700s. He just sees some people buy a car, listen to rap music, you just let it spray. What you would have said they was listening to jazz? These boys know they just want to listen to some thug music. Like, especially if they're not doing anything. Bro, they just in the car vibing. He just couldn't let it back. He couldn't hold back in his bones. Like, he was itching. He was tempted to do it. He was tired of going hunting and hitting bears. He wanted to catch some real prey.
When Rhonda finally got in the car, she saw her fiancé put his firearm into the glove compartment. With a trembling voice, Rhonda asked what happened. First, he simply said, "I shot at the car."
I said, "What car?" And he said, "The one with the music." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because they threatened to kill me."
Michael said that one
They threatened to do what? You got their car looking like they just rode down O Block, my...
the teen boys in the Dodge threatened him with a firearm, so he had to defend himself. He fired at him, he said, not into him.
Started to advance, and I reacted.
Okay, they started to advance and I reacted. Okay.
And then I asked him, I said, "Did you hurt anyone?" And he said, "No, I just shot at the car." In my head, I'm thinking, you stupid ass,
Okay.
what were you thinking? Why, would you do this?
These two had gotten engaged just 6 months prior, so Rhonda put the disturbing incident behind her. Although they had just been to his son's wedding, Michael was quiet and tense. Fearing a conflict if she confronted him about his silence, Rhonda chose to stay quiet and let him sleep it off. The next morning, Rhonda...
How you sleep off? Sleep it off? So, he just catch her out and then y'all act like it's normal? No, this is not the 1700s, bro. Nah. You can't just sleep that one off, buddy. This ain't segregation days. Goddamn, what he want us to go back to using separate gas stations too? You know he old, bro. He probably was there. He probably was there around them times like, goddamn, why they have to fix these laws, bro? Now I gotta share a gas station with this dude. This thug.
Rhonda woke up and turned on the TV. Not more than a few seconds passed before she heard a devastating piece of news. A 17-year-old boy was dead, shot at a gate gas station. His name was Jordan Davis. His red Dodge Durango, riddled with bullets, was shown on screen from various angles. Michael Dunn was arrested by the end of the day at his Satellite Beach home.
You was really a
Jordan,
grown
Leland,
man.
and Tevin were inside their car when Michael Dunn approached them with an angry face.
While the three of you were waiting for Tommy Storms, did the defendant say anything to you or in your direction?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
He said, "Can you turn the music down? I can't hear myself think."
Devin was in the passenger seat, so he turned the...
This This man don't look like he heard a fly. He actually probably good at Super Smash Bros. He really got that mad looking at them at the gas. He's like, bro, you like that mad? You at the gas station for 6 minutes. You that mad? You would have been gone 6-7 minutes.
Music down. He didn't want any pointless arguments that night.
When you turned the music down, did either Leland Brunson or Jordan Davis say anything to you?
Yes, sir.
Who spoke?
Jordan.
And what did Jordan Davis say?
Turn the music back up.
Jordan didn't agree to comply with this angry middle-aged man. He didn't like his attitude, and he wanted them to have their fun. They were doing nothing wrong. How much longer would Michael have to put up with their music? 2-3 minutes? Around this time, Tommy got back into the car in the driver's seat. The boys were still commenting on Michael Dunn, and he wanted to know what had gone on while he was inside the store.
What did you do when you got back to the Durango?
I opened the door, I danced a little bit to the song that was playing. I got in the car.
Did you see or hear the driver say anything to Jordan Davis after Tommy Storms got back in the Durango?
Yes.
What was that?
Are you talking to me?
And how could you hear that?
Tevin turned the music down.
When?
When Tommy got back in.
Michael was making threats to the boys. Leland had turned the music down a second time when he heard him taunting Jordan.
What did he say?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
There were no more direct threats, but
Yeah, I'm talking to you. To be honest, that ain't crazy, bro. I wouldn't have turned the music down either. If he would have been like, yo, can you turn the music down? I can barely hear myself think. And I'm in the car with all 3 of my homies. I see my homie turn the music down, I be like, oh, hell nah. Good boy. But you a good boy? This man's soft. Man, turn the music up, man. This old double chin, long neck having ass, man. He about to expire anyways, bro. Turn the music up, bro. Oh, mustache. I would have been in the car mad as hell, man. You turned down the little Uzi for him? God damn, you might as well call him master.
What did he say?
That's probably what I would have said. And I would have got out the gas station just like these. Bro, they not bothering nobody. Old ass, man. Nasty chin ass. You should have just danced to the music too. It's not that deep. It's not that deep, bro. I know if you move a little too fast, you might pull a muscle or something, but still, man.
listening to Jordan. He heard him tell his friends, F that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Turn up the music.
Yeah.
A witness, parked in a third car a few feet away, heard Michael yelling, no, you are not gonna talk to me that way. Michael reached into his glove box, pulled out a firearm, and fired into Jordan from his own car. He fired until he emptied his gun.
It was a big silver chrome, either 9mm or a 45. It was a large caliber.
You recognize that?
Yes, sir.
Does that appear to be the gun that you saw in the defendant's hand?
Yes, sir.
And what did the driver do with the gun when he grabbed it from the glove compartment?
He was holding it and cocked it back.
3 bullets ended in the back passenger door. The 4th bullet missed the car as Tommy was already driving out of the gas station parking lot as fast as he could. But Michael fired 6 more rounds. 2 landed in the front passenger, and the next 3 ended up in the back of the car. Michael had gotten out of his car to fire those last 3. Tommy drove to the nearest hospital. Jordan had been hit in the legs and chest. Inside the operation room, the doctors concluded that his lungs and heart had been hit. He was pronounced dead on arrival. Because one of the bullets had hit one of the main arteries of the heart, he'd bled out in under a minute on the way to the hospital. Everything happened in 3.5 minutes.
That's just intensely bro. This is an intense case. Like, I feel, watching this, I feel like it's February. It should be Black History Month all month. When did this happen? This better not have happened during Black History Month too. You was so mad you emptied the clip? Bro had a great pistol and emptied his clip, all his ammo, all his loot. He need more light bullets. 17-year-old kid, you acting like your life actually in danger, gang. You about to expire. They don't do that no more. Just because when you was 17, we was separate water fountains and don't mean we do that now.
When Rhonda heard the TV program about Jordan's death, she looked at her fiance. He looked back at her. He said something along the lines of, okay, I may have hit one of the guys. He didn't sound too remorseful. In fact, he sounded almost like he had no choice. The boy was annoying, so he had to go. Rhonda cried at the hotel, and she cried throughout their entire 2-hour drive home. As soon as he confessed to her, Michael proceeded to pack everything and rush Rhonda and the dog into their car. Michael was arrested shortly after arriving at his home. Later on, he would go on to use the word guys or men. He wanted to convince the prosecution that he never knew that these boys were minors.
I don't know if they're singing or what, but it's like, they're saying, kill him. So I put my window down again, and I said, excuse me, are you talking about me?
Michael...
Bro, what? That is so bogus, bro. You just hear them vibing out and you put your window down like, are you talking about me? That's Chief Keef. Bro, we got that new Chief Keef on. Ain't nobody worried about you oversee the airline, gang. Natural Cause is already about to do his thing on you. Don't nobody got to do anything.
Michael said he only reacted to what was happening. And when he saw what he thought was a firearm being pulled out by Jordan, he decided to take his own firearm and open fire.
Why he moving like one of them twisted cops? He reaching. That's not gonna work here. You're a civilian. You would have been a good Southern cop back in 2020 when we was marching every downtown every Saturday.
Military training or anything, but I have friends who are in the military that show me the
proper way.
Yes, and so quicker in the flash, I had a round chambered in it, and I shot.
What the hell are you talking about?
Michael was bragging about his shooting skills, but he was trying to explain himself for unaliving a teenager.
All of them times you go to the range, you preparing for an innocent 17-year-old black cat. You ever go to a range? They let you pick the paper you shooting. He go to the range, he asks them, they like, got any black boys I can practice shooting today? He probably come with his own paper. Trayvon. Write his name up there.
By then, he'd had time to think about his defense. He would argue that he was a good partner, protecting his fiancée from these evil teens.
What?
The unarmed teenage boys who just wanted to have a good time, that is. He even continued his victim scenario when the detectives asked him why he fired a total of 10 rounds into the Dodge.
10
He even got
rounds?
out of his car to fire the last 3. How could
Got
that
out
be a
the car?
defense? Michael said he was scared.
But you pushed
He was
him.
in a strange town.
You got out the car, you pushing him. If you get out the car, that's like Fortnite pushing, bro. You pushed him. 10 rounds was 7 not good enough?
Also revealed that none of the boys had a criminal record. They were not the violent type and had no firearms on them or anywhere else.
He has no history of violence, and it's not like we're getting some street
kid
thug.
has is a truancy in school.
We're not talking about a violent kid here. He has no track record.
Had Michael Dunn never been a teenager? It's honestly heartbreaking that he was looking.
I mean, look at his head. He's literally balding in the top middle. He probably don't even remember.
He was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, plus 105 years in prison. Those 105.
You know what's so crazy? Even when you old, you still gotta act a little too tough in front of your shorty. She not impressive that you hate black kids. He was trying to act out for his little shit. Now all he got left is just black man in prison about to take that booty. Hopefully that man gets life on life, man. You guys, like this video. Shout out to these 4 people right here. I give a shout out to 4 of my viewers every video. I show appreciation. Like this video and let me know you liked it in the comment section. And you can get a shout out too. It is your boy Abdul up next. And I'm going.